Shalom, shalom. This is the brother Yeshaya coming at you again to the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem R'chakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect pushing his word throughout the four corners of the earth in truth, righteousness, and sincerity. To you I say shalom. I'm doing this lesson on an article that I found on RT News. The title is pretty much saying Amazon to boot thousands of workers. How we've been hearing about this for months now, how Amazon's going to lay off thousands and thousands of workers, right? And I believe he already had a couple thousand before, but now they're starting to lay off even more. So I'm just going ahead and read some of this article and get some scriptures. It says layoffs will start later this month. Andy Jassy has said in a memo to employees. Salakia. It says U.S. e-commerce giant Amazon will fire over 18,000 employees in the coming weeks. CEO Andy Jassy announced in a message to employees published on Amazon's website on Thursday. According to Jassy, the difficult decision was made as part of planning for 2023 amid an uncertain economy and aims to help pursue our long-term opportunities with a stronger cost structure. Now, we're not just seeing this with Amazon, we're seeing this with some other companies as well, other businesses. They're laying off people, they ain't hiring, right? And just locally, I know for me, um, you used to be able to get a job fairly easy, but now you really gotta look around if you're trying to look for a job. Like you really gotta be putting your applications in everywhere, just in hopes to uh, find an available position. But this is all leading back to there'll be no more work in Egypt. And like I said, we'll get some scriptures here in a minute. I'm just gonna finish reading out a little bit more. It says, we plan to eliminate just over 18,000 roles. Several teams are impacted. However, the majority of role eliminations are in our Amazon stores and PXT organizations. The message read, JC said the company will start notifying impacted employees of their layoffs on January 18. The firings will largely impact the economy's e-commerce and human resources division, he added. It says, Amazon began its layoffs in November. See, that's right. Yeah, they laid off some people in November, and now it's going to come the next roll of unemployed people, or the next wave of unemployed people. Amazon began its layoffs in November, with reports at the time claiming that the company planned to let around 10,000 employees go. However, as JC explained, after further assessment of the economic conditions, and it's all economic. It's all about the economy, man. It's affecting a lot of these businesses' ability to make money. Because as it says up here, on right up here at the very top, Salakia, it says, according to JC, the difficult decision was made as part of planning for 2023 amid an uncertain economy. That's right, man, because, man, this economy is going to crash soon, right? And, Lord willing, this be the year where, hey, all shit goes to hell, where all the prophecies will come to pass. Because we know if that happens, man, we're one step, hey, we're there, man. The kingdom is next, right? So continuing on, it says, however, reading back right here, about halfway in, it says, however, As JC explained, after further assessment of the economic conditions, it became apparent that more layoffs will be needed to keep the company afloat amid a drop in consumer demand and a shift back to in-person shopping among the public. That's right. Because hey, don't ain't nobody got the money now, man. Like I said, people getting laid off, right? Gas was up, but now it's down a little bit, but now it's going back up, right? Food prices are going up. Man, everything is getting more and more expensive. And soon it's gonna get even more expensive to where your daily wage, man, ain't gonna suffice. I mean, your weekly, uh, the amount you get paid weekly ain't gonna suffice. You ain't gonna be able to pay off your mortgage. You ain't gonna be able to pay off your rent bills. You ain't gonna be able to afford a good meal like you always do. You know, because Americans, man, are in this comfortable state of mind. Y'all never really experienced a turmoil or famine. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been pampered, y'all been babied, and now y'all gonna get hit with this. A lot of people gonna die, man. You know, and this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning right here, man. Of actually, let's go ahead and jump into some scriptures. But like I said, this is just the beginning of of the pains of America. Let me get this. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12. And I'm going to start at verse 3. It says, "In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few." Right, because there ain't going to be much work out here. There's only going to be a few people out here working. And even then, the money that they make, like I said, it ain't going to suffice. Salakia. Let me read this again. Ecclesiastes 12 and 3. "In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened." It says, "And the doors shall be shut in the streets, and the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low." Right, man? Everything's going to be brought low. All the mirth of the land is going to be brought low. I mean, you saw this past Christmas, man. Hey, the spirit is gone, man. That spirit of mirth, hey, is disappearing, right? You know, you could tell that this year's Christmas was very forced. You know, a lot of people, they don't have the fundings, they don't have the money to carry on that stupid tradition anyway. You know, you already know Jake. They wasted all their savings just to have this, try to make this Christmas, worthwhile. But like I said, hey, the mirth is gone, man. The mirth is leaving America, man. Bad times is all that's coming. Like I said, the grinders is ceasing, man. The grinding is getting low. Soon enough, there ain't gonna be no more work, man. So for all these proud ass people out here, man, saying that money, cream, cash rules everything around me, all this and that. Well, let's see what good money does you in that day, Jacob's trouble. To see if money's gonna deliver you in that time, right? So now let me go from here to Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 14. And please excuse my voice and my coughing. Lord willing, this video will be edifying. But as this is Isaiah 19 and verse 14. It says, Yahweh hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. That's right. And we see, a perverse spirit being put upon Babylon, man. You see all these wicked ass trans people, right? All these moles. You see the degeneracy amongst these people, right? Just worshiping folly, doing nothing but folly. You can see it from the children to the men to the women. Well, let me say this in order. From the children to the women to the men, right? There's a degeneracy that's been spreading amongst Israel, because that's really what matters. Forcing this whole thug life type of lifestyle amongst black culture. That's a perverse spirit. The whole uh, mode thing. They're always being pushed. They always promote, put Jake in the forefront of shit like that. Why? So that Jake could gravitate towards it. You gotta understand, this is all meant to keep us away from our power, to keep us rebellious, to keep us in this sinful nature, so that way the Most High won't, uh, 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 you know, come to us. But as you can see, the Spirit is being poured upon us now in these last days, because these are the last days, and there's certain men that's been chosen to receive this truth, and they are going to be part of the elect. Which is, hey, this message is to those few, because there's only 1/3 of the nation of Israel that's going to be delivered, right? But going back, this is Isaiah 19:14. Yahweh hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Hey man, you see how America is now, man. It's a laughing stock. You look at the military. Yo, they got women in the military. They got these trans motherfuckers out there in the military. All these other nations are making fun of y'all westernized countries, man. Predominantly America, man. Y'all are a laughing stock. Everything that y'all do is a joke, man. Verse 15, it says, neither shall there be any work, which is the point right here. Salakia. This is the point right here. Isaiah 19:15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. Right? There's nothing. There ain't gonna be nothing left, man. There ain't gonna be nothing left to do here. There's gonna be no more work. Everything's gonna be shut down. So there's gonna be a lot of death. The economy's gonna crash. The dollar bill is gonna crash. And it's all and even if it is, Esau doing it behind it, which we know he is. It's all the will of the Lord, right? Because we know Esau is the one behind it, orchestrating all these things. Everything's all set up so they can forward their Great Reset, their NWO, where they're going to insert the C the C hip into you, the charagma. Which without it, you ain't gonna be able. Without that, you ain't gonna be able to buy or sell, right? You ain't gonna be able to buy or sell. You ain't gonna be able to go to grocery stores and, pick up a gallon of milk, which you shouldn't be drinking that shit anyway. But you ain't gonna be able to drive down to damn Chick-fil-A and get yourself a chicken sandwich. You ain't gonna be able to go down to your local liquor store and buy yourself a bottle of tequila or some yak. You ain't gonna be able to eat. You ain't gonna be able to pay no bills. You ain't gonna be able to work unless you get it. But that's the hour of temptation, where you're gonna be tempted to either take that thing or trust in the Lord that He's gonna take care of you. You know, that's gonna be the difference between the elect and the 2/3, right? You know, pretty much faith. But let me go to from here. Um, yeah, let me go to Isaiah 31. And I'm sorry, verse 1. It says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many. Right, man. Woe unto you that trust that go down to Egypt for help. All these people, whenever that shit comes down, man. When shit pops off, Jacob's trouble is in full effect. We're gonna see who folds the quickest. Who's gonna fold under pressure? Who's gonna give in? Right? It says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. So woe unto you if in that day you decide to go to Esau to get that thing under your skin, the sea hip. Woe unto you, which means destruction, death. Isaiah 31:1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because there are many. You know, you see Esau's might. You think he'd be able to help you out in your time of trouble, right? See that Esau's got his bunkers, got his MRAPs, got his soldiers out there. You know, got his tanks, got his helicopters, got his nuclear missile. You see him as this great power that controls everything. So, what you're going to, if you're worldly, you're going to end up believing that that's the way, that's where you got to go to for help. Those who lack faith, because Jacob's already heard this truth, man, one way or another, man, through Instagram, through YouTube, through the highways and byways. I mean, even just recently, through what's his name, um, Kyrie Irving, Kanye, Kendrick Lamar. That pretty much covers all of Jake's entertainment. So Jake's heard this one way or another. They either accepted it or they didn't. But we know that most ain't gonna accept it, ain't gonna receive it. People gonna have to play the role of 2/3, man, which is majority of Israel. Only 1/3 is gonna be delivered. So this is Isaiah 31:1 again. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh. That's right. In that day we'll see. Like I said, who puts their trust in the Lord. Like I said, we already know 2/3 are gonna seek after, try to go down to Egypt, try to go ask for help from Esau. Get that thing under the skin. Instead of trusting in the Lord, trusting in the one, Yahweh and his son, Yahweh Shai, right? So now let me get this, another one to back that up, to further solidify the gravity of this as far as trusting in your enemies. Because that's pretty much what Jake is doing, or what Jacob will do. Whoever could take that chip, you pretty much trusting your enemies, which the scripture says not to do. For like iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Pretty much saying that, hey, just like rust, you can't ever wipe off the rust off iron. The same way you can't wipe off this damn devil's wickedness. It's always gonna show. Even though you sanded that bitch down, spotless, look at spotless, eventually it's gonna show forth. Now let me get this real quick. This is Isaiah 30 and verse 7. It says, "For the Egyptians shall help in vain and to no purpose." See? Let me read this again. Salakia. Isaiah 30 and 7. "For the Egyptians shall help in vain and to no purpose. Therefore have I cried concerning this. Their strength is to sit still." You see? When that time comes, man, and you find out you've been lied to, you've been fucked over, that the MOTB is what we say it is, and it will do what we say it'll do, which is meant to track you, track every movement. It's a digital all. Pretty much saying that, hey, you love your master and you want to serve him forever. And you best believe Esau's going to take full advantage of that. Because what he wants to reinstitute chattel slavery. He wants to see y'all Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans locked up in chains, serving him, bound to him, and eventually wiped off the face of the earth. That's his plan, man. Like I said before, you can't wipe that wickedness off this motherfucker, man. Just like iron. That wickedness is there, man. And it's always gonna be there. Just give him the chance, man, and he'll be the devil like he was meant to be. Right? But let me go back to let me read this again. Isaiah 30 and 7. I want to make a point. It says, "For the Egyptians shall help in vain and to no purpose. Therefore have I cried concerning this. Their strength is to sit still." That's right, man. That time when you're gonna need the most help, when you like I said, when you know you don't fucked up, Esau just gonna sit there and laugh at you, man. You know? He really ain't gonna give a damn about your problems, about what you got going on. He's gonna be too busy trying to take care of himself because he can't save his damn self. The Most High's gonna get his ass. What makes you think he can save you from the Lord? So like I said, man, it's degeneracy going amongst Jake, and it's all meant to be. But we still gotta point it out anyway. This mindset of unbelief, this mindset of pretty much carnal, just a bunch of carnality, you know. Jake thinking they can eat whatever they want to eat. Like, oh, it's all food. Anyway, this is and that. Celebrating these holidays, always for the kids, right? They're always doing it, always making an excuse, always trying to find some loophole, always trying to find a way for them to, I don't know, to excuse their wickedness. That's what I mean to say. Always trying to find some reason to excuse their wickedness. There ain't no excuse for your bullshit, man. You know it's wrong. Stop doing it. Right? But anyway, let me get what was it? What was it? Right. Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 3. I'm gonna start at verse 5. Like I said, you can't trust your enemy, man. You gotta put your trust in the Lord. This is Proverbs 3 and 5. Trust in Yahweh with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding, Salakia. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. That's right. In all your ways acknowledge the Lord, man. In every aspect of your life, whether small or great, right? Acknowledge the Most High. Give thanks and praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You know, if anything is needed, pray and hey, pray that He directs your path. Pray that He takes care of you. Pray that He keeps you fed. You know, etc., etc. You gotta put your trust in the Lord because He's the one that leads your footsteps. He's the one that guides your path. I forgot what that precept was. I believe it's. I'm gonna type this up. See if if anything pops up. I believe it's this one. Yep, right here. It's Job 33 and 15. In a dream and a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumberings upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men, and sealeth their instruction, that he may withdraw man from his purpose, from his purpose, and hide pride from man. So pretty much, the Most High is in control of what He wants you to do. Right? He in the dream, you know, He puts the instructions into your ear and seals the instruction into your head. So that's what you're gonna do. You know, we're all just puppets, right? We all have a role to play in this movie that the Most High has set up. So, you know, further showing you how you gotta trust in the Lord. You know, if you want to have a good outcome in, you know, your endeavors. I want to get this real quick in Ecclesiasticus chapter 2. Ecclesiasticus 2 and verse 10.
Look, it worked. $1,400 health stimulus deposited into my account. You can't fake bank receipts. That's $1,400. The only.
All right, it's Ecclesiasticus chapter 2 verse 10. It says, "Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?" And the answer is no one. Right? Let me read this again. Ecclesiasticus 2 and 10. Look at the generations of old. So look in the past, man. Look at the past. Look at the prophets. Right? Look at the men of the Lord who put their trust in Yahweh. Were they ever confounded? It says, did ever any trust in Yahweh and was confounded? No. Did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? No. Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? The answer is no one. Verse 11. For Yahweh is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins and saveth in time of affliction. Right, so in the time when you need him, put your trust in the Lord. You should always put your trust in the Lord and every single day in whatever it is you're doing, like I said, in all your endeavors. And even in these times that we're heading into, even more. Our faith is going to be tested in these days to come. So of course, we got to build up that faith. And Lord willing our faith be perfected, when that time comes, so we can be ready. Right? Because we know that this is the elect shall scarcely make it. The scriptures say the elect shall scarcely make it. Meaning barely. Out of skin, what's that saying? Out of the skin of their teeth, by the skin of their teeth, they're gonna barely make it, man. Right? Now let me get this last precept again. Back in Isaiah 65, verse 13. Because like I said, like we read in the article, jobs is getting low. Jobs is prices and everything is going up. More unemployed people. And like I said, hey, the companies are preparing for something uh, that most people are trying to ignore. That the economy is going to be in a bad state this year. So they're telling you, just by their actions, they're telling you that, hey, something's going to happen this year. And it's got something to do with the economy. So let me get this precept. Isaiah 65 and verse 13, it says, therefore thus saith Yahweh, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Hey, so the servants of the Most High going to be eating and drinking, man. Everybody else outside ain't. Salakia. So anybody that's not down with Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, right? It's out of here. They ain't gonna be eating, they ain't gonna be drinking. But the man of the Lord are gonna be taken care of. Like we just read in Ecclesiasticus, 2 and 10 and to verse 11. Those who put their trust in the Lord, they ain't gonna be confounded. They're gonna be taken care of. Those who call upon the Lord, those who seek the Lord, right? Those who abide in his fear, those are gonna be the ones that's gonna be living good. We're not living good. I don't know why I'm saying living good, because we're going to be going through hell, but we're going to be better off than 2/3. Right? The Most High is going to take care of us. Right? Continuing on, it says, behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. That's right, man. We're going to be rejoicing, man. We're going to be rejoicing because we don't know that right after that, man, we got heaven everlasting. It's going to be paradise forever for us. And Lord willing, we make it to the end. We endure. We receive them crowns, them new bodies, immortality, right? Which is what we're striving for. That's what we're looking for. Verse 14, it says, behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. That's right, man. 2/3, man. They're going to be howling. They're going to be crying. They're going to be, in a terrible state. I mean, just imagine the mindset they're going to be in when they find out we were right all along and they were wrong, dead wrong. I mean, a lot of them probably just up and commit suicide. Right? Because you see how heavy our people come up against us. come up against his word, really. Come up against Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. They're quick to accept everything else, but when it comes to the truth, the words of the Most High, they reject it. Showing you this is a spiritual thing. But can you imagine the horror in their faces when they realize they done fucked up? I mean, it's gonna be like I believe it was a scripture that says their face is gonna be with paleness. Let me see if I can find it. I believe it's how you spell it. Let me see what it says. Well, this is talking about Jacob's trouble. But I'm going to go ahead and read it. Jeremiah 30:6. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail his child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a man in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Alas, for that day is great, so none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Right, man? The elect are going to be saved out of it. Hey, but those days that's coming is going to be so terrible. Like it says, everybody's face is going to be turned to paleness. They're going to look like they seen a ghost. Right? Like that saying in the world. They're going to be horrified. They ain't going to know what to do. You know? But yeah, man. I'm going to go ahead and close this out. Hopefully this was edifying. You know? And I'm going to go ahead and close it out by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Chakodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and well. Peace and blessings to the hopefully elect, pushing his word throughout the four corners of the earth in truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Until the next time, I'm going to say Shalom.